What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, 8th Division Filipino superstar boxer Manny Pacquiao and undefeated WBO welterweight superstar boxer Terence Crawford are in negotiations to possibly stage a highly anticipated showdown. This has been a showdown that was talked about for years before Terence Crawford even made his debut in the welterweight division when Manny Pacquiao was still a fighter under the top-ranked banner, right? With that said, I want to ask the question is, does Manny Pacquiao see a flaw in Terence Crawford that suddenly make him want and willing to accept the offer to face Terence Crawford? Because it didn't seem like he was too eager to face Terence Crawford when they both were under the top-ranked banner. But then at the same token, Manny Pacquiao asked for $20 million to face Manny Pacquiao, and top-ranked CEO and promoter Bob Arum said he wasn't willing to give him that money, and he didn't want to allow Manny Pacquiao to get in the ring with Terence Crawford because he didn't want to see Terence Crawford hurt. So Bob Arum said he blocked the fight between Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao. But as of late, it seems like Manny Pacquiao sees a flaw in Terence Crawford. He also sees a flaw in undefeated, unified welterweight superstar boxer, WBC and IBF world champion Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr., as he put him on a short list of possible opponents in the near future for himself as well, right? It seems like he's been revived after his defeat over then undefeated former unified welterweight superstar boxer Keith "One-Time" Thurman. He got a great victory over Keith Thurman, and a lot of people were surprised how he turned back the hands of time for that fight, right? So, with that said, Manny Pacquiao has been eager to get pound-for-pound legend Floyd "Money" Mayweather back in the ring, right? And prove that their highly anticipated showdown was he wasn't fully healthy. It was a fluke on the part of Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather got the victory. Manny Pacquiao said he had an injured shoulder. He's been looking to, redeem himself against Floyd Mayweather for quite some time. And a part of me believes that Manny Pacquiao believes that defeating a guy like Terence Crawford, who you could consider is the most favorable to Floyd Mayweather in today's time, right? Sean Porter's style is, very, very aggressive and very, very active and very mauling-ish, right, style. Errol Spence is a pressure fighter, high guard, come forward, flat-footed, right? Body attack. His body attack is relentless body attack when you think of Errol Spence. When you think of Keith Thurman, he uses a lot of lateral movement, a lot in the ring. Not as, Floyd, I don't want to say Floyd Mayweather was so much flat-footed, but Floyd Mayweather would change it up. He would switch it up. Keith Thurman is more of a mover, right? Then you go to guys like, Danny Swift Garcia, who's completely flat-footed and a power puncher. And then, you look at Terence Crawford. He's a switch hitter. He can use the ring if need be. He can be flat-footed and fight on the inside if need be, if he so chooses. He can fight on the outside if he so chooses. He could beat you in a multitude of ways, right? So if you compared anybody to Floyd Mayweather today's time, it would be Terence Crawford, right? In this era, this current crop of fighters, right? And so with that said, I believe that Manny Pacquiao could be looking at Terence Crawford and feeling like, this is his way of saying he could defeat that style, right? Terence Crawford is the closest thing to Floyd Mayweather. So defeating Terence Crawford, which Terence Crawford would most likely open up as the odds-on favorite to win that fight, right? Most people would favor Terence Crawford to win that fight. Youth, boxing ability to adapt, ability to use the ring if need be, ability to fight on the inside, has power, has boxing ability, can fight southpaw, can fight orthodox. So he could beat you in so many different ways. Floyd Mayweather wasn't too much of a switch hitter. in the second half of his career when he turned Money Mayweather. When he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he would switch to southpaw, you know, things of that nature. But when he became Money Mayweather, he was more, you know, set the pace, slow the fight down and pick his shots, things of that nature, right? So Terence Crawford, you know, in some ways, you know, would be, you know, a consolation prize for Manny Pacquiao, you know, if he can't get Floyd Mayweather in the ring. Now, there's reports and there's rumors that it's a possibility that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather could do business once again later on in the year, right? There's been tons of reports about this, right? There's a possibility this fight could take place in September or maybe December. Obviously, Floyd Mayweather said he's coming back twice this year. You know, most people expect him to fight Conor McGregor or Khabib in a crossover sport match, you know, prior to actually stepping in the ring for a official boxing match, right? With an official boxer, a legitimate boxer. So, you know, Terence Crawford didn't look at his best against the Mean Machine Kavaluskas in his last outing. You know, he seemed to be dropped in one of the rounds. You know, Kavaluskas seemed to have a lot of success. You know, but I believe that that's Terence Crawford, you know, choosing to allow that type of fight to happen, right? To take place, exciting fight. Terence Crawford has the dog inside of him, so sometimes you just want to sit down and fight. We see he can box like he did Bredis Prescott and Julius Ndongo and Victor Postol. We know he has that in his repertoire, right? And then on the flip side, we could get what we got against Kavaluskas and Jeff Horn, right? So, you know, it depends what Terence Crawford chooses and decides how he wants to fight. He dictates which way and how the fight normally plays out, right? So with that said, you know, I believe that, you know, Manny Pacquiao sees a little bit of openings. He sees that Terence Crawford could possibly be showing a little bit of vulnerability. I believe he believes that there's even a strong possibility that he feels like Terence Crawford could be slipping a little bit. I don't know how true that is because once Terence Crawford, you sign on the dotted line and the name on the opposite side of the paper is Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, you best believe you're going to get the best version of Terence Crawford. This will be a high competition fight. It's going to be it's going to be action packed. You know, it's going to be a lot of fireworks, and there's going to be a lot of thinking as well. So this is going to be a high chess match as well. But both guys choose at times. You get them into a barn burner, right? They both can get easily drawn into a barn burner where they just decide to trade. Not irresponsibly, but responsibly, they'll trade on the inside. So, you know, with that said, you know, we saw Manny Pacquiao get hit with big shots from Keith One-Time Thurman. His chin is more durable than meets the eye, right? We saw, obviously, he was knocked out 3 times in his career. And obviously, he was knocked out dramatically by Juan Manuel Marquez, their last fight. So we know Manny Pacquiao could get knocked out. We haven't seen that from Terence Crawford. Obviously, he has no losses on his resume. He's undefeated. And he has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. So I believe that Manny Pacquiao is looking at Terence Crawford possibly as a consolation prize to say, this is this era's version of Floyd Mayweather, and this is my chance to redeem myself against this style, because it's widely regarded that Manny Pacquiao struggled with counter punches and boxers that stay on their toes. So, but the thing about it is, what version of Terence Crawford will we get in that fight? Is Terence Crawford just going to try to walk him down? Because we hear Terence Crawford often speak of Manny Pacquiao as being pretty small. So he believes that Manny Pacquiao won't be able to withstand his onslaught and his pressure. So that's yet to be seen. That's yet to be decided. So we have to see what version of Terence Crawford comes to the ring. But this will be a high action-packed fight, man. It's going to be a lot of fireworks. And like I said, I think I would favor Terence Crawford to win this fight. I think that Terence Crawford, you know, can make the necessary adjustments to defeat Manny Pacquiao. And Manny Pacquiao is not going to have a southpaw advantage, as Terence Crawford majority stays in the southpaw stance, right? So he mainly fights out of the southpaw stance. Now he can fight orthodox, and he may see openings for him to fight orthodox and his right hand be a big factor. But him switching to orthodox makes Manny Pacquiao left hand a huge factor. But him standing in the southpaw stance pretty much nullifies Manny Pacquiao's left hand, because Manny Pacquiao then is looking in the mirror, right? Manny Pacquiao is not a switch hitter. Manny Pacquiao is not going to turn orthodox. So I believe the reach of Terence Crawford, the speed of Terence Crawford, to go along with the power and the ring IQ, because I believe that Terence Crawford is just slightly more skillful than Keith Thurman. I don't believe he has more power than Keith Thurman. I can't say he's faster than Keith Thurman, but I just believe in the ring, I believe that Terence Crawford makes better adjustments than Keith Thurman. I believe that Terence Crawford is more accurate than Keith Thurman, and I believe that if he chooses to, he's more disciplined on defense. He has he's better on defense than Keith Thurman is. Now, when Terence Crawford just chooses to throw caution in the wind and sit in the pocket and fight, then we see him get hit a lot. But we also seen there's times, obviously, Bridges Prescott, like I stated, Victor Postol, Julius Ndongo, fights like that. He showed that he obviously can be a slick boxer and be defensively responsible if he so chooses. So I believe that gives Terence Crawford the edge, and I believe Terence Crawford will win the fight against Manny Pacquiao. I wouldn't be surprised if both guys get knocked down in the fight. I think Terence Crawford would hurt Manny Pacquiao more than Pacquiao hurt Terence Crawford, but we could see a flash knockdown with Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford, at times, if he does sit and choose to just be a dog and fight on the inside, he could get clipped, especially if he switched to orthodox, because we've seen that. So if he switched orthodox and he chooses to open up, then Manny Pacquiao could clip him, because he definitely still have the speed and the power to do so. So this is a very interesting fight. But if this fight does come to fruition, I'm expecting Terence Crawford to unify and be the WBO and the WBA Unified Welterweight World Champion. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.